Hi there, it's Ian McTavish with Hoya Robotics Team 4152, and this is part 5 in our series of tutorials on creating a MiniBot. So, first off, got to thank our sponsors. They support our team, and we really couldn't exist without them. So the overall goal for these tutorials is to create a MiniBot and develop the skills that we are using on our team, and we're running this with a group of girls, grades 5 to 10, to teach them how to be on the team in the future. So today we're going to add fillets and a little background behind it. The picture at the bottom is one of our mechanisms from last year's robot, and you'll notice that the square clear piece, and in competition the corner cracked in one of our first matches. And we did some research and we realized that we needed to fillet the corner. And what I mean by that is we need to round the edge. If you look at an airplane windows always are rounded because it distributes the force so that you're less likely to get a crack. When you have a sharp corner, it's all that force can be concentrated on a tiny point, which can cause breakage. So what we're going to do is the fillet tool, and you'll notice the lines that I've selected. We're going to be filleting those edges so that as we're carving it, our bit will go in and kind of round the corners in there. And so I'm just going to demonstrate that right now. So here are the L bracket and the T bracket. This is the fillet tool right there. And I can zoom in here. It's much easier if you zoom in. And I can click that edge and you can see it's just rounding it over. Now for the radius, I'm going to select 0.125 because that's 1/8 of an inch. And that should allow me a smooth edge right there. And I'm going to click each of those edges. And the key thing is take your time. There's no reason to rush doing this. I'm using the right click to rotate my view. And if you ever use different CAD software, some software uses different mouse combinations to rotate. That's always help to learn how to use different software. It's the same concept. So there we go. I've got my L bracket done. I'm just doing my T bracket now. And you can see I'm not working terribly fast. I've done this a few times, so I've actually can do it much faster than this. But just if you make a mistake, so for example, if I click this and that's not what I want, I can just click it again. And these are all the edges that I've clicked. So if I make a major mistake, I can just delete the last one. And zoom out and scroll wheel to pan and scroll wheel to zoom in. So I think I'm going to click the green check mark, and there we go. I've got my edges. Now you'll notice that when we're doing this piece, basically we're going to cut out and just kind of follow where my mouse is going. And so we're not going to worry about rounding over these edges. We're just going to worry about cutting out. So that's why we're doing those inside edges. And we're not going to bother doing that for the square tubing. We get the square tubing as is, and aluminum is very strong, so we're fine with having that fillet, and it actually makes it easier to line things up to machine. So that is the entire presentation. Thank you very much for listening.